Great. I'm here with Mike Allen from Axios, who just enthralled the crowd for 60 plus minutes with some insight in what's going on in the business, political, and media world. The thing that it struck me that is going to be really interesting and useful to the communications audience, first and foremost, was your idea of smart brevity. I think I grew up in an era of long-form journalism. So tell me what smart brevity means and what communicators can take away from that as a notion.
Yeah, thank you, Paul, for a great conference. And Axios built our whole company on smart brevity. Smart brevity is the idea that I'm going to tell you something efficient, something that matters, and tell it clearly. So when I was coming up in newspapers, we were taught to ease the reader into it. We have a great book, Smart Brevity. And Smart Brevity, the book, one of the biggest pieces of advice it gives is grab me, right? Grab me from day one that I want the idea right away. And second, one other thing that would really help your audience is one thing. Smart Brevity says we're used to hiding behind words, right? We're used to faking it by just having a lot of words out there. Figure out what your one thing is. Do the work for the audience. We used to, in long form journalism, often we made the reader work for that one stat, that one audience, that one good thing.
Well, sure. How would you know how smart I was if I didn't take you through the whole process and lead you up to the...
No, Paul, you're so right. One of the insights of smart brevity is that foggy communication is often downstream from foggy thinking or foggy strategy. If you know exactly what you want to say it clearly, say it up top, do the work for the reader. That is going to be effective. You're going to get people to remember by do what you want.
The other topic that came up during the conversation that I wanted to spend a little more time on, disinformation. And like a lot of people talking about disinformation, we always sort of seem to focus on how do you help people identify and use critical thinking, media literacy to figure out what is good and bad information. But do you ever worry that actually the problem isn't a supply problem, it's a demand problem? That there are people out there who don't want to recognize the truth, who are actually eager consumers of disinformation? And what do we do about that?
No, Paul, it's a great point. And sure, but what Axios exists is to serve people who do care, who do want to know about what matters. When we started Axios, which means worthy in Greek, with Jim Van High and Roy Schwartz, my co-founder, our big idea was that there is an audience that does care. And so here's my quick media literacy for you is pay attention to outlets that have a track record over time of trying to find the closest approximation of the truth, right? The idea, Paul, you and I joke about the idea of, oh, it's on the internet, so it must be true. Like more and more, you have to watch out for that because the fire hose that was the idea behind Axios and our efficient, distinctive content has just gotten worse, right? With AI, you have synthetic content, misinfo, disinfo. So it's never mattered more to pay attention to news organizations, to brands, to platforms that you can trust, that have a platform that can be accountable. Don't just because you see it, share it. Think about it before you share it.
Great. Thank you so much.
Paul, thanks for a great conference, Paul.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.